Good morning, everyone. My name is Nancy Calderon, and I am with the Hispanic Chamber Young Professionals. And I will be interviewing Everardo Robledo with Robledo Winery in Sonoma. Everardo, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Sure. My name's Everardo Robledo. I'm from Robledo Family Winery here in Sonoma. And we're a family-owned winery here in the Valley.
Do you want to give us the address for the winery? That way we know where it's at.
Address is 21901 Von S Road, Sonoma, California, 95476.
All right, cool. And it's a beautiful winery. It's full of history. And what got you, Everardo, into the family business?
I really grew up in the business. My dad was always working in the vineyards, as we did too when we were young. Meaning I had 7 brothers and 2 sisters. My oldest sister is Lorena.
Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute, Everardo. Everardo, you're on mute.
Myself, 45. So, and then it goes down the line, right? So the older ones worked out in the vineyard, when we were young. After school, we'd go work in the vineyards. So my dad always had us doing those kind of jobs. So I kind of grew up in it. And then I always liked building things. In high school, I took 4 years of building construction. I was going to be a contractor right out of high school. And my dad said, hey, are you with me or are you not? So I said, you know what, I'm with you. So then I became a farm labor contractor, and I started developing vineyards in Napa, Sonoma, Lake County, as far as Idaho. I've done vineyards over there. So, really I grew up doing it. So I was always creative in that way of building things. So I was kind of the engineer. I'd lay out the vineyard. I'd lay out the irrigation. We'd figure out what clones and what varietals, what rootstock, what climate, what soil, what matches the best, and we would do that as well. So I developed a lot of vineyards here in Sonoma, Napa, Lake County, and I did that at a very young age. So I got really good at it. So we would go in on a site and probably have a working vineyard, either if it was a 20-acre lot, we'd have it already finished from start to finish within 30 days. So yeah, that's what that's kind of like a little bit of my background there.
Yeah, sounds like you've been very busy. That was gonna be my next question, was where are your vineyards? Where do you grow your wine? So you have
we have vineyards. Yeah, we have vineyards here in Sonoma, Napa, and Lake County.
Okay.
So those three counties is where we grow our vineyards that we own. And we own approximately about 400 acres in all those 3 counties. And we sell right now about maybe 60-70% of what we grow, we sell to other wineries. And then the rest we bring into our production facility, which is about 8 minutes away from our tasting room. And that's where we bring in our grapes, and that's where we make our wine.
And it's so delicious. I'm hooked on your wine. And so the community knows where they can purchase your wine. I know you had mentioned Costco is one of the places where they can purchase your wine.
Yeah, we have our Sauvignon Blanc and our Pinot that we have. And I keep on getting calls. This is on my cell phone, so I get calls and mutes, I guess. So yeah, we have those two wines. But if you guys want to taste our portfolio, you have to come to the tasting room.
Yes, and it's a beautiful tasting room, so people are missing out if they don't visit it. So yes, that's where some of your wines are at Costco, and so in case if people from Petaluma, or it is closer in Petaluma, but just say further, if they want to taste your wine, they could find it at Costco. Tell me a little bit of the history of the family business. I know your dad started, and his history is fascinating, starting the family business. Do you want to touch a little bit on that?
Yeah. Well, it all started, the way my dad says it, my great grandpa, right? He's the one that came in the 40s, helped build some of the railroads in Los Angeles, moved over here, and he would be a migrant worker. So he'd come over here, stay over here, work the fields, and then he brought my grandpa, Everardo Robledo, to also work the fields. And then in 1968 is when he brought my dad at the age of 16. So he came to work, and my dad was the oldest of 13 kids. So he had a lot of pressure to kind of go out there and work, because he had a lot of, he had to help, feed his siblings too. So there's a lot of pressure on him to really come and succeed over here. And I think that's what he did. I mean, he came, he saw the opportunity, he worked hard, and when you work hard, it finally pays off, right? So he really instilled that in us, to work hard and to look at opportunities and take them. So that's what he did, and he's always worked really hard, throughout his life, and really, he wasn't he was a very strict, us growing up, he said, hey, you guys aren't going to go out there in la calle or hanging out. You're going to come here and work the vineyard. So he was really strict with the older ones, meaning my sister Lorena, my brother Ray, myself, my younger sister Vanessa, Genaro, and even the twins and everybody else, right? That goes, all my siblings. But yeah, he kept us in line. So we really stayed out of trouble, because it was easy, when you're young and your parents are always working, and we had our mom was always a stay-at-home mom, but we never had time to go out there and play sports. I mean, I wanted to play sports. I'm a big guy, so I wanted to play football or basketball or boxing. Never got a chance to do that. But
well, I think you're empire now.
Well, it's never too late, right? Shoot,
Exactly.
I'll put some of the gloves. But yeah, I think that's what really kept us kind of reaching the stars, right? Always trying to succeed, and at first when you're younger, you don't appreciate it. You go like, shoot, I have to go do this or whatever. But the older I get, the more I could appreciate my dad doing what he did, and for my mother too. She really instilled a lot of good qualities that we still keep up with and really talk about, and always together as a family. No matter what, at the end of the day, we're always family. There's always going to be little arguments here and there, but at the end of the day, we're family and we love each other.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, that's always been a good trait that they pass along, and just really just working hard. I mean, it's a lot of work. Believe me, sometimes I don't sleep because whether it's a stress or I have to get up early, whatever. It's a lot of work, but we're here. We might as well be all you can be, as they say, right? So that's what we do.
That's amazing. I know your dad also has met with the presidents, Felipe Calderon and Obama as well. That's
Yeah,
pretty neat. And if people want to check out the history on that, there's newspaper framed in the winery as well, correct? And
yeah.
pictures?
There's pictures and news articles there that, nice history. Yeah, President of Mexico did come to Robledo Family Winery. I think it was in '07, '08, I want to say. But yeah, he was here, and it was pretty neat. They had sharpshooters out in the field, a helicopter a mile away if something went down. Secret Service from Mexico and the United States were here.
That's amazing.
Uh, it was pretty neat experience. They came, Felipe came, he said hello, thanked my dad, it was pretty neat. It was pretty amazing that he came here uh, to visit us, because again, my dad came from nothing,
Mm-hmm.
little 16-year-old coming from Michoacan with, one pairs of shoes with nothing, just other than
Cool.
the clothes that he had, right? But he was very poor growing up,
What an
when he
inspiration.
said, yeah, when he says his stories, I mean, it's really, I get emotional and I love hearing his stories, and he does. I've recorded a few here and there, but I would like to have him really uh, say his story
Yeah.
and really inspire people, because it inspires me. I'm his son, and I've lived through some of his history, right? But yeah, it's very inspirational to me still. So
Absolutely, I agree. Hearing stories from, older people that have become very successful, especially from another country coming to a foreign country and building that American dream from bottom up. That's incredible. Um, and I know the astronaut, the Latino astronaut was just at your winery, correct?
yes, we actually helped to make a wine that he has, a red blend, a 2019. And it does say in the back, bottled by Robledo. But yes, it's a really good wine, and his story is very inspirational too. If you guys ever get a chance, read up on him, and he's a motivational speaker too, and he's done a lot of good things for his community and the Latino community too. So I think definitely look at his story. Very similar to my dad's story too. They really come from not much, and then they really see the opportunity, and they take it, and that's what it is. They really they really are positive people that see the future, and on the way there, they inspire other people that branch off to do other things that are positive too. So that's good to be part of something like that.
Absolutely. Well, you had mentioned about the history of the winery. What are the plans? What's the future for the winery?
Yeah, well, we have a small tasting room here on site, but our production facility is about 8 minutes away. We want to build our production facility on site where our tasting room is. So we're working with the county. I actually have a Zoom, I believe, this month on the 28th to talk about that and really see how I can get that done.
That's exciting.
That's our next big step, to have a bigger tasting room with our production facility on site,
That's amazing.
and barrels. So everything will be on site.
You guys are growing.
Mhm.
That's amazing. Um,
Yeah.
and you being a member with the Hispanic Chamber of Sonoma County, what can we do for you?
I think, yeah. Well, I think continuing doing what you guys are doing is great. putting a lot of Latinos entrepreneurs together, you know, people that are in business and people that work for businesses too, that, you know, really want to network and talk about their business and inspire other people and learn from other people that are like-minded. So yeah, I think you guys are doing a great job with that, and, you know, definitely proud that we're part of it. And anything that you guys need from us too, you know, we're here to network and work together and, you know, help build our communities for the future. Because, you know, we're here, so might as well, you know, do good things and make good things happen.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I know you had mentioned a quote that I really liked. Do business with each other for each other. I love that.
Yes, and that's something that I got from the Stanford entrepreneurship program, and I took it, and I really recommend for people to take that program, because it opens up your mind, and it makes you look at things in a different perspective, maybe that you hadn't thought about your business in that way, but it definitely makes you want to grow and learn how to scale. It has a lot of information in a short period of time, but it really helps you, you know, really understand, you know, how to take your business to the next level.
That's amazing. No, thank you for sharing that wealth of information. All right, sounds like it looks like we're about done with time. Is there anything else you want to mention, talk about?
You know, if we're open 7 days a week over here. If people want to come wine tasting, just call, make an appointment. We're here. We make a lot of good wines. You know, you can come picnic in the back. You know, you could bring food, and no outside alcohol. You have to drink Robledo. I'm sorry, but but yeah, we have a nice back patio. Definitely recommend making an appointment and come visit us. You know, we're here. So
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and add the link to the video as well. That way people can definitely check you out. All right.
okay, no, sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Well, no, thank you so much for your time. I know you're a very, very busy guy, so I do appreciate you taking the time and talking a little bit about yourself, the business, and giving us a little history, a rich history of the family business and the plans for the winery.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one, Robledo.
All right. I'll see you.
Okay.
All right. Bye. Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye.
All right, bye.